What is going down, YouTube? I'm hitting y'all up with a new video. This is our creation of a new association. I know I've made, this is probably my third one I've made, but probably my best one. I think I'm going to import this into 2K13 since it is coming out soon. As you can see, I'm playing 29 games. I'm going to be playing, I don't know how many I'm actually going to be playing. I'm probably going to be simulating more than what you would think, but that's besides the point. Anyways, so I wanted to tell everybody right now that this video is extremely long. It's like almost 12.5 minutes. Yeah, I think a little over 12.5 minutes. So if you are not interested in looking at any of this stuff, go ahead and just click to the end of the video and you can see my whole lineup, who I have. In the description, if you guys are interested in the trades, in my first game, I'm going to be putting how I acquired each and every player. I didn't sign any free agents, if you guys are wondering. So, we're going to dive into some really beast trades. My core of this Portland Trailblazers team was LaMarcus Aldridge. I don't want to get rid of him. He's the best player on the Trailblazers. Ever since Brandon Roy and Gerald Wallace left the Trailblazers, actually Brandon Roy's on the Timberwolves now, actually, but ever since they left, you know, it's been his team. He was an all-star. Last year, the year that Spring projected the 2011 to 2012 season. So, we are going to dive right into some trades, and the first player I was going after was my second favorite player in the NBA, and that's Paul George. My favorite is Derrick Rose, but my second favorite is Paul George. And I really wanted to get a trade for him. I didn't want to give up Batum. There was a lot of trades I was looking through, and it took me a while. I was thinking, I'm like, you know, is it even worth getting Paul George if I have to potentially give up Marcus Aldridge? So I went into the trade menu and decided to mess around with some things before I really commit to Paul George. I wanted to commit to him from day one because I just love Paul George. His games, athleticism, everything's great. So I throw in J.J. Hickson because I really don't want J.J. Hickson, and they keep throwing in Nicholas Batum. As you can see, it's going to happen a lot in this video, and I realize that's not going to work, so I decided to go to Elliott Williams, throw him in the trade, doesn't work, and then they throw in Nicholas Batum. So they really want Nicholas Batum, so I'm thinking of just, you know, ending everything once and for all. You know, I'm so mad. I've tried different things. It's only been like a minute actually, but you know, when I don't get something at the beginning, I usually try to I'm not always that happy. But if you do the trade finder again, if you look something up on the trade finder again, you can usually get different offers. I'm still looking for an offer that I like, that goes my favor more than it goes their favor, because that's what happens in trades. And, you know, not every trade is going to bounce your way, but if you can get the most value trades that bounce your way, then you're going to be lucky. So anyways, I'm just looking through find some salary cap. Oh my god, what's going on? Oh yeah, let's go. Jay Cutler. Let's go. We won. The Bears won that Washington Redskins game. Anyways, for all your Redskins fans, you just got owned. Well, I'm kidding, but anyways, so I'm just like looking at stuff, and then now they want Aldridge, and I'm like, oh heck no, that's not gonna happen. I would never do that trade. So now I'm kind of looking, hey, can I take Lance Stevenson off your grill? You don't gotta have him no more. He's not doing anything for you. And you can take Nolan Smith, and you get the first round, and then they accept. So I got away. I basically stole Paul George. I like to say I stole him. I like to say I stole him. I don't know. Your opinion might be different, but I like what I did there. I wouldn't say that, you know, picking up Lance Stevenson was the best thing I could have done, but I got him. I got Paul George, so that's all I care about. So then I decided to look at my roster, and I have hella a lot of shooting guards. Like, I have 5. That's a starting lineup right there. So I'm like, I know what my next move is to get rid of these shooting guards because I have too many of them. I'm only gonna be using Jamal Crawford and Paul George, so I decided to throw them on the trade and the trade finder, and I'm looking for a trade. You always get offered Gerald Wallace, and I see that I could pick Bargnani up. I want to look at all the rest of the trades, see if there's anything better, but to pick up Bargnani, move him to center, have a starting lineup like that would be great. Add so much shooting, no defense whatsoever, but shooting is what I'll use him for. And we're not gonna have much defense if I do pick up Bargnani, but I throw in a first round pick and for the trade. They declined. They're like, heck no. So I'm gonna ask for a second round pick in return, and they go ahead and they're gonna accept the second round when I offer them a second round pick, when I pick at a second round pick. So now I'm really liking what I'm doing. I do realize that I don't have that many, decent, legitimate backup small forwards, so I need to fix that. And I go ahead, I change Mariani to a center. His overall will go down, I think, by 2 points, so I decided to just bump it up by 1, I think. I just increased some things back up to 90, or I just did this because I wanted his overall to go up by not cheating the game too much. I just rounded some stuff up that were kind of high already, that were like that needed just like 3 more points. So the guy's overall up to 73. I'm cool with 73. It might not be what he started with, but it's what he has now. So that looked like, that's the end of it. I'm happy with what I have. Everything looks legit. I'm really excited to start, but I realize I have a lot of extra players and positions that I don't really want. So I'm gonna go ahead, and I want to give a Big Sexy because I love Big Sexy. He's just a beast. So I'm gonna get rid of the B and Prisbilla. To me, the B. I think more than a couple people like him, but I just don't want him. His contract is just too much for me. 1 year, and he's not even doing anything. So I decided I don't need you anymore. You're not doing anything for the team. I'm gonna go ahead and just X you out of the equation. So then I see a trade here on the trade finder to pick up Francisco Garcia, and I immediately love this trade because if anybody knows me, when I'm playing online, I'm always using Francisco Garcia. I'm taking threes. I go absolutely crazy with Garcia. So I try to steal a first round pick. I don't want to give away Johnny Flynn though. I like Johnny Flynn. So I'm going to ask for a second round instead, and they're going to ask for my second round pick, which I'm okay with, and we're going to go ahead and get that trade accepted. Now we're going to go ahead and move to the trade finder yet again, and we are going to get rid of, this assortment of small forwards I have. Now that I have Garcia, I really don't need any of that. So now I'm looking to see what I really need, and I realize I actually don't even know what I'm getting in this trade. I forget. Because I know I made like 5 or so trades, maybe even more. Oh yeah, it's I remember I said I needed an upgrade from Craig Smith. I don't like what he's doing for the team right now. I need to pick up another good player. Blotch would fit the bill really well, but his contract is just insane for a guy that's producing as how he does produce. So I decided to go over and select Troy Murphy and Steve Blake to bring him back to the Trailblazers. Steve Blake actually is making $4 million a year, which I don't know how much I agree with that, but it's actually not that bad for him. I don't know how many years he's going to be in the NBA, but I will steal a first round pick from the Lakers, and that works out well for me. I pick up, Blake, and now I have Garcia, and I figured out my bigs problem. I don't know how good my bigs are. They're not that great, but I think my backcourt, I love my shooting guard position the most, because I've always tried to get Crawford on my team. Never really used Crawford. I always try to get Paul George too, because Paul George is my second favorite NBA player. So now we're going to go ahead and, I don't really want Raymond Felton anymore. And I don't really need these picks. So I was looking at that Lou Williams trade. I'll look at that for a little longer in the video. But, I mean, there's different things. Like, compare Kirk Heinrich. I realize he's not that great. Devin Harris. That trade would not have been bad, but I don't really want to give up picks, for something. So, I could get my first round pick back from the Pacers, but I didn't really want that contract from David West. Another thing is that what's his face? I'm confusing myself right here. Another thing is that I'm not even using the legit draft classes that I have, like dudes like Anthony Davis and everything like that. So I looked at that trade really good. I was thinking about it, and I realized Lou Williams is just a scorer. He's not a point guard. He's just a straight-up scorer. I don't know why they have him listed as a point guard, because he's a straight-up scorer, That's his role, is just score the ball, and he scores it very well. So I throw in Steve Blake to the equation and try to upgrade my point guard, and I see this position. I don't think the Lakers are going to have a good pick at all, so I decided to look at the trade a little bit, look who I'm getting, look at what I'm getting in return for. I asked for a first-round pick from the Jazz. They will counteroffer with Batum and Howard. So I'm gonna ask for a second round pick am I gonna ask for a second? Yeah, I do. Ask for a second round pick, and then now they want Johnny Flynn, who I do not want to give up anyways. So I decided to take the original deal, And I think that closes out all the trades. All I do for the rest of the video is work on my rotation. So now my starting lineup is Devin Harris, Paul George. I start him. Jamal's gonna be my 6th man. Nick Batum. I will have Garcia the Beast coming off the bench, and CJ Miles, Marcus Aldridge, and the one, the only Andrea Bargnani. I need to change the numbers because I don't want them to look all ugly with like the high 40s and 30s and stuff like that. So I'm gonna be changing those in a little bit. So thank you guys for watching so much. It means a lot, and everybody, I'm just like messing around with some more stuff at the end of the video here. I didn't really need to record this, but I did anyways. It's a long video, everybody, so this is probably the part where you skipped ahead to. If anybody did skip ahead, this is probably the best part to skip ahead to, because you will see my starting lineup right there. So that works. The CPU put Jamal Crawford at starting. I don't agree with that. That's just me because I love Paul George too much, so I'm gonna go ahead and have to start him. So that's it for the video, everybody. There's only like a minute left. I like what I did here. I don't know if you guys agree, but I definitely agree with myself. But we'll have a lot of scoring going on with, I think I like to call, you know, our potential big three, because we got Batum, George, and Aldridge. Now, in terms of players that are going into their contract year, that's Batum and like I think CJ Miles and what's his name? I think Troy Murphy is too. I don't know. I forgot. I think Kurt Thomas probably might retire at the end of this year, because he usually does. So I'm actually going to try to make this his best year and get him a championship before he retires. The 2K13 will be coming out in like about a month or so, so I'm going to really get cracking on this Trailblazer Association. As soon as I finish recording this and saving it to my computer and uploading it, I'm going to start recording more videos and continuously show some more gameplays. And I don't know if I'm going to be recording my first game. I think I will record my first game and then like skip 5 games, record another game. Because if I skip 5 games, I'm only going to be playing 6 games in the season, which would be nice. So there you can see, we make the headlines, you know, New York Knicks style. Yeah, so we got 5 trades, pick, acquire, some great pieces. I like what we're doing. Our overall is 78, chemistry is over 50, which is decent. Thank you guys for watching the video, appreciate it much.